Our ongoing series, Issues That Matters, explores the challenges and possible solutions for our country's greatest concerns. This morning, we're looking at the opioid crisis. Pennsylvania Congressman Tom Marino withdrew his name yesterday from consideration as the next drug czar. It followed an investigation by 60 Minutes and The Washington Post into a law he sponsored. A Drug Enforcement Administration whistleblower told 60 Minutes the law made enforcement of suspicious opioid distributions more difficult.
41 attorneys general around the country have subpoenaed drug manufacturers and distributors for information and documents. They want to know how opioid medications are made, marketed, and distributed. Pennsylvania Attorney General Josh Shapiro is one of the attorneys general looking into this crisis. An average of 13 people die every day in his state alone. Attorney General Shapiro joins us now. Good to see you.
Good to be with you.
Thank you for being here. From what you've seen in the past few days, how has that changed your approach to what's happening right now?
It was important journalism. It was shocking journalism for a lot of people. It didn't surprise us a whole lot, but it really put an exclamation point on the work we're doing. I can tell you that our investigators have new questions as a result of the good work that 60 Minutes and CBS News did, and we are continuing that investigation, both of the distributors, the three that you highlighted in your piece, as well as the manufacturers. Look, this crisis is of epic proportion. We lost 6,000 Pennsylvanians last year, tens of thousands of more across this country. I've had moms and dads in my arms crying over the loss of their loved ones. We are getting to the bottom of it. And for a lot of people, they don't understand, well, what's the connection between the opioid industry and the heroin crisis? Look, 80% of heroin users start with a legal prescription drug.
Yeah.
So if you want to get at the supply chain here, you got to go after the pharmaceutical industry. And we are undeterred. Unlike the folks in Congress, we are undeterred by these big pharmaceutical lobbyists and all the money they throw around.
What disturbs you most, Josh?
I think what disturbs me most is just how reckless and callous they've been. It seems like they just want to turn a profit, and they're willing to put these highly addictive medications out there, seemingly turning a blind eye to the fact that these pills are being dumped in communities, especially in rural communities across this country. It's both upsetting, but it's also pushing us to move forward to deal with this crisis.
I want to point out that one of the distribution companies that you're investigating and was named in the 60 Minutes report, Cardinal Health, has released a statement saying this: "We maintain a sophisticated, state-of-the-art program to identify, block, and report to regulators those orders of prescription-controlled medications that do not meet our strict criteria." But specifically, what are you investigating that the distributors may be doing? How are they? Are they breaking a law potentially?
Potentially, and that's what our investigation is seeking to get to the bottom of. Look, Norah, let me put this.
Or is it the laws that are the problem?
Well, certainly we need tougher laws. I mean, certainly we need Washington to actually do something to help us. But we're not waiting on Congress. We're not waiting on the president. We're working hard in the states, 41 state attorneys general coming together. When have you heard that before? Actually, folks coming together across state lines, across party lines.
Well, it reminds me of big tobacco. It reminds me of what the attorney generals did on big tobacco. Who are the targets then of these 41 attorney generals?
The 3 distributors that you cited and the 5 manufacturers. And you asked a really important question. What did these distributors potentially do wrong? Let's just take a simple example. You have a pharmacy somewhere in central Pennsylvania, and they're sending 1,000 of these highly addictive, oxycodones to that pharmacy each month. Then all of a sudden it's 10,000 and 50,000 and 100,000 pills. There's a responsibility on these distributors to actually look into that, to flag it, and to report it. And we wonder whether or not they did that.
What about the doctors prescribing these pills?
Absolutely. Look, we've doubled the number of arrests of doctors in my office in Pennsylvania who were diverting or taking these legal pills and using them for unlawful uses. So we are going after the doctors. But you have to hold the pharmaceutical companies accountable, and that's what we're doing in this investigation.
We should mention, we did reach out to the manufacturers named in your lawsuit. Allergan and Teva say they're cooperating. Purdue and Endo International have not responded. Janssen Pharmaceuticals told CBS News they, quote, firmly believe the allegations in these lawsuits are both legally and factually unfounded. Your response?
First off, we haven't filed a lawsuit yet. It's an investigation, and those are just a lot of words. Look, we deal with these suits every day, right? These are powerful people. We sit across from them every day. We're not afraid of them. And that's why our investigation is full steam ahead, aided by the 60 Minutes report. And we're going to get to the bottom of it. We're going to change corporate behavior, and we're going to hold them accountable.
But to Norah's question, how much legal ground do you believe you have versus how much moral force? you think you can bring to this?
I think we have both. We certainly have the moral force, and we have plenty of laws in our states that are going to enable us to hold these folks accountable, recover for our respective states, and to make sure, most importantly, we change corporate behavior. We cannot continue to lose the lives we're losing in the United States of America. And the pharmaceutical industry has an important role in this process, and we're going to hold them accountable.
It's been a smart discussion.
We can certainly hear your passion.
Thank you.
Josh Shapiro, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.